Hey guys, Captain Dylan Hubbard here at Hubbard's Marina, and wanted to make the announcement Hubbard's Marina is closing, totally closed Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday due to Tropical Storm Ian, currently forecasted to become Hurricane Ian tonight into tomorrow morning. It is going to get a little nautical around here, and in extreme bounds of caution, we want to completely seal up our office. And in order to do that, we completely seal it up with some steel doors and aluminum doors, actually, and seal it so no one can get in or out and no water can get in or out. So those doors are going to go on probably Monday afternoon, Monday night, Tuesday morning, and they will not be unsealed until Friday morning. So we are going to be having some weird hours, probably closing a little early tomorrow, and we probably will be opening a little late Friday. So keep that in mind, y'all. We are sealing up and closing due to Ian. We've been talking about this thing for a week. We talked about it a little bit last week during our live stream show. We got another live stream show tonight where we're going to talk about fishing, and I'm sure a little bit about weather too. So don't miss the live stream show tonight, Off the Hook with Captain Hubbard, at 8:30 p.m. on our Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube channel. But this week we're expecting some pretty bad weather. That's going to start Tuesday, really kind of hit its peak for us through the day Wednesday and into Thursday morning. And then Thursday we'll be doing a lot of cleanup and getting ready to reopen Friday. And Friday we will hopefully be fishing once again. But really depends on the track of this storm. Currently the track has it staying west and has it making landfall Thursday into Friday. But there is still a really good chance this thing could hook right. Think about Irma, think about Charlie. A lot of those big, strong storms, they tend to hook right, and there's a lot of model support for that. So we are preparing for the worst and hoping for the best. In a true abundance of caution, we want to make sure we're completely prepared for high water. But even now, even with the hurricane track the way it is right now, the 11 a.m. forecast has this thing making landfall on the Big Bend as a Cat 1. And people are like, oh, it's not going to make landfall till Thursday, Friday. It's only going to be a Cat 1. Y'all, they're calling 130 mile an hour winds, 130 mile an hour gusts when it's in line with St. Pete, Tampa area. And that's going to be Wednesday, and where it's in line with us. If this thing cuts, that means it's making landfall Wednesday. So we want to make sure we're prepared. We want to make sure we're fully set up Monday, late afternoon, Tuesday morning, completely sealed up. That way, if this thing does decide to turn, we're not scrambling last minute. We're ready. And also, even if the thing does exactly what they're forecasting right now and stays on this path, they're calling 6 foot of storm surge for Johns Pass. Madeira Beach, 6 foot of water. On a high tide like it is right now, it's super high tide right now because we have a new moon. Water's up to our dock on just a high tide. You add 6 foot of water on top of that, Johns Pass is flooded. And that's what they're calling for right now. And people are like, oh, it's not till Thursday, Friday. It's only going to be a Cat 1. Well, Wednesday, we're going to have 6 foot of water here. And that's what people really are missing the boat on. And that's with the track the way it is now. If it comes a little bit more east and gets a little closer to us, higher water. If it takes a right and comes at us, even exponentially higher water. So we're preparing for at least 6 foot of water if the track stays the way it is now. So if the track stays where it is now, we're expecting some pretty high water. If it comes closer to us, we're expecting really high water. So we're preparing and hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst. Moving all our boats around, doing a lot of storm prep and hurricane preparedness. We had a big staff meeting this morning. Tomorrow, everybody's showing up, all hands on deck as we prepare for this storm. So Definitely not great news for those of you who may have wanted to get out in the water this week, but I don't think, even if our office wasn't sealed up shut, I don't think we'd be getting out in the water Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Wednesday right now, according to the GFS model, which supplies weather for Windfinder and the Windfinder apps and the Windfinder links on our site, they're calling 21 foot on the St. Pete offshore buoy. So gonna get a little nautical, gonna get a little bit bumpy out there. So definitely some severe weather inbound for Florida. Potentially landfall in the eastern panhandle, Big Bend, all the way to central west Florida. Anywhere in that cone can get a direct hit from the eye of the storm. But outside of the eye, it's still a lot of bad weather, a lot of wind, a lot of rain. And this storm is very large. It's 450 miles across right now, and it's supposed to get tighter, get stronger, and it's going to be a bad day for some part of Florida. And a lot of people smarter than me say the potential for it moving the track where it is now, moving east, making landfall closer to central west Florida, is pretty high. And that makes me a little bit nervous. And we're watching this thing really closely, hoping that the track, I mean, we don't want to wish this on anybody. No one wants this, but if it pushes further west from us, then we have less flooding. But right now, as it stands where that track is, there's a potential for 6 foot of surge right here in Madeira Beach, 10 foot of surge for North Tampa Bay. And that's, again, Wednesday, that's midweek. And a lot of people are getting thrown off by the current National Hurricane Center track and too focused on where that center line is. The storm can go anywhere in that cone, and effects are often felt much further out from the center of the storm. And surge is a real concern for anybody on the peninsula of Florida, from Charlotte Harbor all the way to Destin, Pensacola. Storm surge is something we really got to watch for, especially because we're on a new moon. New moon, higher tides, more water flow. So definitely something we're concerned about, and that is why Hubbard's Marina will be completely closed Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, probably closing early Monday, probably opening a little late Friday. Bear with us. You won't be able to reach us if you call. The phone's just going to keep ringing. We're closed due to Hurricane Ian. Don't forget to tune into the live show tonight, 8:30 p.m. We'll see you guys there. And stay tuned this week to the weather. The Captain Dylan Hubbard page, I'm posting a lot. I'll post a little bit on the Hubbard's Marina page to keep those of you guys interested or those of you guys informed on how we're doing down there. But I'm not going to post as much here on the Hubbard's Marina page, mostly over on the Captain Dylan Hubbard page. But keep those in Central West, Southwest, and Northwest Florida in your prayers. Even inland, well inland from the coast, a lot of effects from this storm are going to be felt. We've got a lot of rain. Ground is very wet, which means a lot of downed trees and a lot of widespread power outages. And right now, the way the supply chain is, there's not a lot of power support. So if there's widespread power outages, people are going to be out of power for a while. And I'm really hoping and praying we don't have that problem here at Hubbard's Marina. But we'll figure it out. We always make it through. And hurry up and wait, y'all. And stay safe. Prepare for the worst. Hope for the best. Don't forget, if you're too busy to go fishing, you're just too darn busy. But you're not fishing this week. See you guys. Have a good one.